He only loved me when I was mute. I stumbled into his world at a time when I had already mastered the art of silence. Not because I was all out of words, but because life had slapped me with the harsh reality that opening my mouth could cost me the people I held dear. And guess what? He loved that about me. At first, he called it serenity. He claimed I was wise beyond my years, unique, not dramatic like those other chicks, he said. I thought I was being showered with compliments, but little did I know it was more like a hidden contract. I listened more than I ever dared to speak. I understood more than I ever questioned. If something stung me, I told myself it wasn't worth the breath to mention. Whenever he flaked on plans, I plastered on a smile and said, "No biggie." Whenever he forgot something crucial, I laughed it off like a champ. Whenever he rambled on about his own life, I leaned in like that was my job description. He once said, "I love how effortless this is with you." And damn, did I feel proud of being the easiest person to love. But slowly, my silence morphed from a choice into a suffocating habit. If he left my text hanging, I beat myself up for wanting too much. If he tossed out something hurtful, I twisted it in my mind until it sounded softer than a marshmallow. If I felt invisible, I convinced myself that love meant being patient, right? Before I even spoke, I started to edit my own damn thoughts. Is this worth a fight? Will this annoy him? What if he thinks I'm overreacting? So I zipped it. And the quieter I got, the more he seemed to thrive. The version of me he adored was uncomplicated. The girl who never questioned, never complained, never asked for too much. He relished how serene our relationship felt. But let me tell you, peace built on a mountain of silence is not peace at all. It's suppression, plain and simple. I didn't feel like a partner. I felt like background noise in his life. Always there, always useful, always replaceable. Then one day, something so small happened that it shouldn't have even mattered. He dismissed something important to me, again. Usually I would have swallowed my feelings like a bitter pill. But that day, my chest felt like it was under a damn weight I couldn't ignore. So I finally spoke up. Not loudly, not angrily. Just honestly, I said, "Sometimes I feel like my feelings don't matter to you." The room went dead silent. Not the cozy kind of quiet, but the kind that sends chills down your spine. He sighed, not out of concern, but out of pure irritation. "Why are you overthinking everything lately?" He shot back. Overthinking. That one word wiped out everything I felt. I tried to explain, carefully choosing my words like they were made of glass. I didn't want to sound emotional, but the more I talked, the further away he drifted. Finally, he said, "You've changed. You're becoming difficult." That's when it slammed into me. He didn't fall for me. He fell for my silence. From that moment on, every emotion I expressed came with a label. If I showed hurt, I was too emotional. If I dared to ask questions, I was insecure. If I needed reassurance, I was needy, so I started apologizing for my very existence. "I'm sorry for bringing this up. I'm sorry for feeling this way. I'm sorry if I ruined your vibe." And he lapped up those apologies like they were proof he was right all along. Eventually, I just gave up. I went quiet again, but this time it felt hollow. He thought everything was back to normal, but I was fading away. I stopped speaking, and in that silence, I felt myself disappearing.